On today's episode of Axiomat Comics, we're going to talk about what I picked up at the local comic book shop, LCS, but I'm also going to add a little bit extra. Let's go. Hello, YouTube. Axiomat here once again with another video, and today I'm going to talk about my trip to my LCS, my local comic book shop, Mansfield Comics and Manga. The reason that I went to go visit the store today, it was a very simple reason, was to take my daughter so that she can just roam around, see if she finds anything that she likes. Of course, I like to steer her in a certain direction. Never really works. Every once in a while, she'll pick up Ninja Turtles. She'll pick up a Batman comic or a Batgirl comic, but most of the time she sticks to her thing. My Little Pony. A lot of My Little Pony comics out there for those that don't know. Um, but while I was there, of course, Dad needs to do his own browsing and shopping. Of course, he does. And I came across a wall book. For those that don't know, a wall book is basically just that. But to be a little bit more specific, why is it on the wall and not just in a bin, or why is it called a wall book? It's usually because it has some significance, or there's a value or higher value than your standard comic books. First appearances, key characters, fights, battles, whatever the case might be. Every comic book shop is a little bit different on what they consider a key issue, but it's mostly reserved for key issues. That's what you call a wall book, right? So on the wall, I saw a set of books. Now, this is the set that I saw on the wall. BPRD, which is the Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense, and the sticker on it was $14.99, and it was issues 1 through 5, which I thought was really like a steal. And I was like, I gotta take this. I gotta take this to the counter. This is a great find. This is one of those kind of sets that I thought I was gonna have to piece together as a Mike Mignola Hellboy fan. Side note, this is from the world of Hellboy, the BBRD, just like my sweater in my last video. So yeah, so I've always wanted to own this as far as the single issues go, and I've been wanting to read this for quite some time. So I found it kind of funny that it was just there for that low of a price. When I took it to the counter along with my daughter's finds, she found like a Bluey sticker book and something else. Um, but even the clerk was looking at it. He was like, "Huh, like why is it so?" And I didn't know the reason that he was doing that until he told me. He goes, "Well, I'm gonna go ahead and honor the price that's on here because it's on there. But I could have sworn like this was maybe supposed to be more than that." Sweet, right? I go, well, I mean, I just grabbed it off the wall. I didn't know if it was supposed to be priced higher, but he went ahead and honored the price that was on there because I just happened to grab it. Now, in there lies such a key thing with the difference between a good comic book shop and maybe, I'm not going to say a bad comic book shop because I don't want to paint that picture, but maybe one that you're not gonna want to be a regular at, or maybe one that you don't feel as welcome as another shop, because good shops do that kind of a thing. When you're out there hunting through the different issues, and you find like a key issue or you find a gem, if you will, they're gonna go ahead and honor whatever price they had it at the time. What's happening now in our industry, in our kind of culture, is that a lot of these shops are not doing that anymore. What they'll do is they'll upcharge you when you get to the counter, which is total BS, right? Like I picked this up, and the guy at the counter could have easily said, "Well, you know what? I know that's what's like stickered on there, or that's what is on there, but it's supposed to be this. So I'm gonna have to charge you this instead of what's on here." come on, man, that's total BS. And certain shops do that. That's crazy, right? That when you think about it. But not my local shop, which is awesome. And yeah, that's the reason I wanted to share this video, not so much for my fan of Hellboy and the BPRD, but just to show that certain shops, their clerks, their staff, their owners really do look out for their patrons, right? For their customers. And that's always going to be a good thing. And that's pretty much the end of the video. I plan to do a whole segment of specifically Hellboy comics, Hellboy history. Kind of gave me that idea. My buddy Laron, I want to plug him in here. My buddy Laron, who's like one of my best friends, and all we ever do is talk comics, comic related stuff, and then more comics, and then more comic related stuff. So he's been throwing some ideas my way, and I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of those ideas. Maybe even have him on the channel one day. But that's it for me for this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Like I always say, well, not always say, it's only been about 3 videos, but I'm trying to make it my thing, I guess. If you guys haven't noticed, total shameless plug. Collect what you love what you collect. I'll see you guys on the next one.